think I've sort of unlocked some kind of corporate side quest today, or maybe I
really?
won some corporate side quest.
Oh.
I sent an email that was so damn good that the person who I was writing the email to responded. Nothing about the content, but they just wrote, "Great email."
Oh, let's go.
So, I think
that is a great way to start
made
the
it
podcast.
moment.
Yeah.
All right, let's start for
go.
realsies.
Oh, yeah.
Check the mic and make sure it sound right, boys.
Hello, friends, and hello, foes.
Hello.
And welcome to the Comedians. It's a podcast we tried to start with 13 years old, but here we are some years later, giving it a red hot go. It's your boy, Josh, coming to you with my friend, the man who some regard as the male Poison Ivy. It's Jono.
I think more than some. I think most. I'm the male Poison Ivy. Have you ever actually sat on Poison Ivy?
No, but can I say?
I recommend. Yeah,
it's like you're like the male Poison Ivy if you worked at Bunnings.
I think that's actually fairly accurate, to be honest. Anyway, welcome back, Joshua. Joshua's been out of the house for a little bit.
For a week. Yeah, since we last did the other one.
Now, I'm going to have some foreshadowing here.
Okay.
When you left, we shook hands, right?
We did.
I just want the people to remember that.
Yeah.
Because it may or may not be important.
Okay.
So, keep that here. Keep that here. Anyway, we're kicking off. I joined a cult. Now, we talked about I was going to
the running group.
Yeah, I was going to go to Park Run, join a running group, like a 5K sort of track meet deal.
I don't know what happened here.
All you need to know, I've 100% joined a cult.
My God.
We'll get more into that. We'll get more into that.
I unlocked a pie controversy.
There's a lot of controversies about pies.
And
lots of controversy about how to say controversy.
Yeah. I was going to say controversy, and then I decided to say controversy.
Well, on the topic of food, I thought we'd play a game.
I love a good game.
About brunch food, because I think brunch food's getting out of control, but goddamn, it's delicious.
So good. And finally, it's exciting. Jono looked excited when I told him this.
I'm hoping it's what I think it is.
I have an update of Byron Bays, but in real life.
I'm excited. I kind of want to.
Someone argues it's real life in the show, but you know what I mean.
Is there? That's not real life. They may think it's real life.
Like real life,
but trust me, that's not real life. That's right, Joshua. It's
Run,
the
Jono,
people's
run.
favourite segment, Run, Jono, Run. So a quick recap for the people, Joshua.
Sure, me?
What do they need to know about Park Run?
It's a group of people who come down at a very early time.
Very early time, that's right.
And
that's Jono all you need to know.
Yeah, I was going to say, people may have heard earlier in the last podcast and a couple podcasts ago, Jono is getting ready to run a 10K.
Run a 20K.
20K.
A 21K.
You ran a 10K.
I ran a 10K. I'm going to run another one.
Going to run another 10K.
Yep.
Prepping for the Melbourne Marathon, which is 20 kilometers.
Yep.
It's very exciting.
The half marathon. It's
marathon.
It's going to be a big one.
Yeah.
But I thought I needed some more kind of regular running. So I joined a park run, which is every Saturday morning at 8 a.m. Head down the local park. Yeah. And I thought the best way to kind of show what my morning was like was through some voice notes. Now, I've got some I want to preface this first one you're about to hear. When I was setting all the sound up today, I didn't realize I'd recorded this one. Now, I often think that waking up stuff sounds super cringe, and this is going to sound like that. But I honestly you'll hear at the end. You'll hear at the end that I really wasn't aware that I was recording this. So
exciting.
We go back to I think around 6 or 7 o'clock on Saturday morning.
Wonderful.
Okay, guys. It's 6:30 in the morning on Saturday morning. I have to go to park run. I think it might be raining and it's so cold. I'm going to running now.
You can hear my bed. Like I'm clearly in my bed, just like wrapping myself in my
just got out of bed picture on Instagram. You just like looking like.
Yeah, that's right. Just sitting there going.
Oh my god, this is exciting. How many in total?
We've got 3 more.
Oh, okay.
So do you normally call back to foreshadowing? I feel like the people have forgotten. Okay. There was some foreshadowing earlier in the podcast.
Well, yeah, you said it. I don't know if you even need to say it every time you foreshadow.
I think so. I think so.
Okay.
Update number 2. My hand is buggered. I don't know what happened. It's got to have been the handshake with Josh, because it started hurting directly after that. But the next morning, good Lord Jesus, my hand hurts.
I have to say, I'm sorry. I've got a very strong handshake.
Did your hand hurt after that?
No.
Oh, I think I must have positioned my hand in a slightly not okay position.
I think you just have a weak handshake.
Yeah, I think so.
Clearly not as strong a handshake. I don't want to do it again to you.
I went to drive to my parents' house about 20 minutes after that handshake. I'm like, oh, my hand's hurting so much. And it hurt all through the night, but it's better now.
Okay,
we did handshake about 10 minutes ago.
We did.
So I'm hoping it...
Oh, my God.
I'm hoping it doesn't come back.
We'll see. We'll find out.
Yeah, this is we have a little gap in time in our voice notes. I headed down the local park. Wasn't raining, which I thought it might have been. So that was good. It was bloody cold. It was bloody early, and we cut to me warming up.
Ooh.
Okay, it's 20 minutes before the race. I'm currently running because I've learnt that if you're not tired at the start of the race, you're doing it wrong. I think that's right. So far I have about 15 years on everyone, about 80 years on most. I've said this backwards. Oh no.
So my delirious brain, I said everything backwards. I meant to say everyone has 15 to 80 years on me.
Can I say one thing?
Yes.
Can I say one thing? I got a first question.
Yes.
At that one, had you seen the people that were there?
Yes. So
and what it was like, we had some predictions.
We did have some predictions.
What kind of people they were?
I think this is a good time to get into the predictions.
Okay, good.
That was good. So our first prediction was the amount of people
that
were going to be there. Now, it's not a competition, but we both had
that's the other thing I was saying. You said it was a race. It's not a race, though, right? Just so everyone understands.
No. It is. It's a kind of... It's interesting. There's like parts of it are a race, and then part of it is like fun run, if that makes sense.
Okay, so it's one of those like, all right, guys, we're gonna start running. Then when I say so, it becomes a race.
It's kind of like that. Like there are kind of groups in the pack, like the competitive people, they're not competitive. But our predictions were you'd guessed it'd be around 5 to 20 people. Okay. Now, when I was arriving, I thought you might actually be correct. There weren't that many people about half an hour before. And the lady there was telling me it's actually only the second race they've had at that course. It's a brand new course. I'd guessed around 50. Turns out people massively flocked to it. About 2 minutes before, we ended up with 123
Jesus
people.
Christ.
This was on a public bike track. Definitely. We were on a public bike track. It was I was just pack jumping for the first 15 minutes of the race because it was so crowded.
Skimming through people.
That's right. Our demographic, we both kind of guessed the same thing. It was like chiseled old people, like really jacked old people and millennial couples. That's like all it was.
Right.
I was pretty much the only person who wasn't a chiseled old lady or a millennial couple.
While you may be close to a millennial, you're not in a couple.
That's correct. And I didn't have a young kid who was left like 1 kilometer back in the dust. And in the placing, we guessed I'd be in the bottom 20%. But we'll get to that. We'll get to that later because I'm a professional broadcaster.
Oh, he's teasing.
Now, this last voice memo, the start of it is very, very dodgy because there were lots of people around, but it gets better, and we'll explain it a little bit later.
Let's see.
Yeah, g'day. I made it to park. There is a massive turnout already. It's about 10 minutes before pistol, and I'd say there's already about 50 to 60 people here. I think I may have joined a cult. Like, not even a possibility. It's like almost a certainty at this point. It's quite bizarre. But yeah, I guess I'll see you on the other side. Good luck, future me.
I may have joined a cult. Now,
you may have joined one.
Those words came after I had a conversation with the organizer, and it left me going, oh no.
Oh, yeah.
What have I done? So about 10 minutes before, just before this voice memo, they got everybody, all 123 of us, in a big group.
Right.
The organizer stood on the picnic table because of course she did.
Yeah, well, because she's the higher power.
Wearing like a fluoro, you know these fluoro jackets that aren't fluoro, they're just coloured.
Yep.
And what's the point of wearing one of them?
Yep.
And they did the thing like, okay, who's here from interstate? Who's here from another course? And then they went, who's here for their very first park run ever? And everyone's kind of looking around or whatever. I put my hand up, I go, oh yeah, me, and I'm looking around for everybody else.
You're the only one.
Just me.
Oh, no.
Just me. Thank
and at that
God.
point, like, everyone looked at you and went, one of us.
Mate, people are looking at me. Some lady, like, laughed. She's like, it was almost a cackle. She went, oh. I'm like, oh, my God. And then someone's like, oh, I'm sure you'll be back and back and back. I'm like, oh, okay. This is getting a little bit strange. Everyone kind of starts warming up again. The organizer lady comes over to me. She's like, oh, can I talk to you? I'm like, oh, yeah, she's probably going to explain the rules to me or whatever. And for the most part, that's what it was. It was like,
but then she goes, if you ever leave,
honestly,
I will come after you.
No, honestly, it's so similar.
Oh my God.
After she'd done like the OH&S rundown, don't mow over old people kind of chat.
But there's a lot of them tomorrow.
There's so many. She said to me, she's like, all right, good luck out there or whatever. She also said I looked fast, which I only disappointed her later when she overtook me. She starts walking away. She turns around. It was so ominous. And she goes, welcome to Saturday mornings for the rest of your life.
Oh, no.
And that's when I recorded that voice memo.
Oh, my God.
Anyway, race was great. Me and my cult people, it was absolutely fantastic.
Glad to know you were in one.
That's right. I won't go.
I've heard there's great community. Great community.
Oh, mate, it's a really tight-knit community as well.
If they ever give you a red fizzy drink, you should definitely not drink it.
Oh, no, I never would.
You want some red lemonade? You go,
no. They are giving out wristbands with like ID. I actually have a barcode ID thing. Maybe that's...
Oh, my God.
Uh-oh. But
they're trying to insert... Yeah, anyway, continue.
I won't go into the details of the race. It was a lot of pack jumping, a lot of running.
That's usually part of it.
Breathing, a lot of huffing and puffing.
Yep.
But I thought the fun part, the part that everybody's here for, the reason people tune in this week, the results. So I've got the results in 3 parts.
Okay.
We've got overall, so in terms of everybody. Then I've got my male category.
Okay.
And then my specific category, which is males 20 to 24.
You're the only one in the category.
Well,
one of one.
We've got to work our way
up
there, Joshua. So starting at the bottom is 123 total people. I came 61st.
Oh,
so we were saying bottom
top 50,
bottom 20%. Yeah, that's
just cleared the 50,
top 50%,
top 50%.
I think top 49% even. Right, which to be honest. Probably should have done better. Lots of old people, mainly lots of kids.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and parents running with kids, so that slows them down. The male...
Tyler, get back with over
honestly,
here. Don't run ahead, Tyler.
That's what it was.
Yeah.
For males, there were 58, and I came 40th. So pretty shit.
Yeah, okay.
Most of them were like 32-year-old males who look like they've probably all run marathons. Yeah,
100%.
Apart from highlighter shoes, who was like jogging just behind me the whole time.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay, at least this guy's behind me. Last kilometer, bro just does a Usain Bolt on me.
Just completely
he betrayed me.
You.
But the moment we're all here for the overall category placing, I've even got a drum roll. You ready?
Okay.
I came second place.
Oh,
thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Wait a second.
Thank you very much.
Wait a minute. Don't move me down.
I'd like to thank.
Okay, hold on.
Oh no, I turned my mic. What were we saying? How's the weather?
Whoa.
The weather was cloudy with a chance.
How many? Second out of how many?
Yeah, there was 2 of us.
You know, sometimes I like to sort of float around news sources in the internet.
That's a good thing to do. I did this the other day with the plans. Get an unbiased view.
But one thing I find frustrating is like Google News.
Oh,
because Google News doesn't know anything about
thing.
you.
It's
what
I don't like
think
it.
Google does
I've tried
is they
to
go
use
like, what are the things in YouTube do you like? Are you like this and this? Okay, we're going to take every single thing that has a word from this or that person.
That's right.
But sometimes they get stuff wrong.
They do get stuff wrong. They try, but it's a very algorithmic approach to
weird.
it. It's like
and the more
keywords
the more
and searches.
I want to not use Google.
All in one.
But that being said,
not use Google. He's a Bing man. Or DuckDuckGo.
I haven't got there yet. I still really like Google Chrome. Beside that, one thing that caught my eye the other day was something that said pie controversy.
Oh, that would catch my eye.
Pie controversy.
I would pay money for the Herald Sun online subscription.
It was the Sun.
That.
It was
wow.
It was news.com.
Oh yeah.
News.com, and it said
honestly
pie
pretty
winner.
much the same.
It said pie winner announced. And you'll never believe what controversial pick was chosen.
I'm clicking on that in a heartbeat. Dude, can we have a prediction for what the controversial pie?
Go for it.
I reckon it's like, maybe it's not a pie, but it would be very controversial if it was a pasty. Okay, this is a sidebar about pasties.
Yeah, of course.
As a vegetarian, right?
Yeah.
I like a pasty.
Me too.
I always get vegetarian pasty, right?
Yep.
It's in the name.
Can I say something?
Yes.
And I think you're going to go with this, but I'm going to build up on this because that's how podcasting
Professional
works.
broadcasters.
Yeah. But I think that veggie pasties are better than any other kind of pasty.
100%.
And the other
They're
thing
the top pick.
It's like veggie. Do you count spinach and ricotta as a veggie pasty?
It's kind of like a subcategory. It's if you're feeling a little bit fancy.
Equal to them.
Yeah.
As far as pasties go, they are top tier.
Love a spinach and ricotta. Not a spinach and feta. Not good.
No, that feels weird.
That's good in a scone.
Yeah, I like it on an English muffin.
No, veggie pasties are great. My problem that I have with them, more and more, now that kind of veganism is becoming a thing, all the like plant-based like pastries are now in wholemeal pastry.
Oh, yeah.
I don't want wholemeal. Just because I like cows.
It
doesn't mean I'm healthy. I don't want wholemeal. I want that white fatty stuff, the good
crumbly,
stuff.
Delicious
buttery pastry.
Okay, so what is your prediction for what this controversy is? Remember, keep in mind, it is news.com.
Is it Australian pie?
It is an Australian pie. It's from Geelong or somewhere.
Yeah, I reckon it's going to be some kind of like curry, maybe like a steak and kidney pie or something like that. Okay. Something a little bit out of the news cycle.
So the story went and it said, so there's this bakery. I'm not going to name them because I can't remember. Not important.
They're probably in a regional town.
Well, let's say Echuca.
Echuca, yep.
This bakery in Echuca has had multiple winners over the years. Probably because they're like one of three.
That's right.
But they've done a surf and turf in the background. They've done
what is a surf and turf?
Curry pie. Surf and turf. It'll be like prawns or fish and meat.
Like beach stuff and a bit of grass in there as well.
That's
turf,
that's the
surf. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. So it'll be like one of those pies in the past. And they said this year they won for.
Do you want the drum roll?
A vegetarian pie.
You can't have a vegetarian pie.
They won for a vegetarian pie.
No,
they won for a vegetarian pie. It was a mushroom pie with onions.
Oh, that's bad.
He doesn't like mushrooms.
That's awful.
I like a mushroom pie.
No, mushroom and onion pie.
Yeah,
how does that
win? I'll check with you.
Oh no,
keep talking.
I'm not a fan of that. I was going to say if it's like a curried pie, maybe like a chickpea.
I'll get around that.
Green curry type deal.
Yep, sure.
But it is literally a vegetable pie.
I have to correct myself. Mushroom and truffle pie.
Oh, okay. They're trying to be fancy.
They're trying to be
fancy.
They're trying to be from the minds that brought you surf and turf pie.
Yeah, exactly. They replaced the grass clippings with truffle. Big improvement. I must say. No, I bet you it was wholemeal pastry.
Good question. They didn't say anything about that in the.
It always is.
Here's the thing about that.
Yeah.
That everyone went, it's so controversial because it's vegetarian.
People hate vegetarian. Baby boomers hate vegetarians.
But then again, everyone hates vegans.
Everyone hates vegans. That's the good thing about being a vegetarian in the 2020s.
It's true.
There's like somebody that's worse than you.
Yeah, exactly. There's people that are less fun than you.
Maybe I should go out with all my vegetarian friends and chain myself to a
but what I was going to say was they interviewed the guy and he's like, oh, mate, look, we're very fond of this pie. Wouldn't have it myself.
Not a big bakery owner or like the baker or whatever.
Wouldn't have it myself. Not a big vegetarian pie fan.
You can't say that.
No, but he really
just have to lie and be like, oh, yeah, I ate 6 of these every morning for breakfast.
No, they make like 20 of them in a big pan and you roll them over. It's like it's like the thing we saw with the jelly deal pie.
Oh my god! That would be better than a mushroom and truffle pie, I reckon.
I disagree. I don't want to eat jelly deal.
If it was up to you, right?
Yeah.
What would win the pie contest? If there was one pie that could win, or one baked good, perhaps.
Okay, chicken and mushroom pie.
Chicken and mushroom pie. That's good. Even as a non-mushroom fan, I've got behind a chicken and mushroom pie in the past.
Shout out to Granny. Granny made the chicken and mushroom pie with pastry.
Oh, yes.
Fucking banger.
Mate, every white family has the chicken pie, which is literally
I never knew this until like one day.
Puff pastry.
Yeah, exactly. Here's the thing.
I don't think it's got sauce or anything.
It's never been a thing that like I actually knew existed.
Yeah.
And like I wouldn't even consider it a pie.
No,
like,
it's not.
Because my grandma's like, I like pie. I'm like, you put some puff pastry down, you put some boiled chicken, and
it's
some
not
cheese
a pie.
and
it's like a shepherd's pie and
mushroom.
a pie either.
I tell you what, I love it all the same.
It's kind of like the white person equivalent of a lasagna. It's like the standard go-to.
It's weird because my grandma makes a better one than yours. Because I got my grandma on one side who does that, and then my Wog Greek family who are like, what is this pie thing? And I'm like, look, honestly, no, don't know much myself.
I think a pie has to be fully encased in pastry.
I think anytime you see an American make a pie, that's an actual pie.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Have you ever had pumpkin pie?
No, I've never had pumpkin pie.
Maybe we should make some pumpkin pie to celebrate the 30th episode.
30th. Yeah, 30th episode of Thanksgiving of the potty.
Before we go, though, what would be the worst pie in your opinion? Because I reckon it would have to be something that's just kind of like just meat, like a mincemeat pie. Not a fan. Even when I ate meat, not a fan.
I was going to say a jelly deal pie.
A jelly deal pie. Disgusting.
Disgusting. What's that sound? It's the sound of a mid-roll friendship time. Done.
Mid-roll friendship time. I actually like that.
Friendship time, because guess what? We like you and you like us. We're a happy family.
We are a happy family indeed. And I wanted to do something a little bit unconventional with this mid-roll section. Because what do we love? We love their support.
We love their support.
That's correct. And
we love that they give us 5-star reviews on Spotify and on Apple Podcasts.
We love that. And for a long time, both you and I, we're long-time podcast fans of many podcasts.
We are.
And we're always on the receiving end of the mid-roll.
We are.
Sometimes when people say, we love your support, thank you for everything, you don't appreciate it when you're a listener. You go, get on with the podcast. But sometimes you don't know what you've got till it's gone, Joshua. Because
it's true.
Tonight, sitting here, it sounds like something tragic is happening.
Yeah,
I'm wearing Luke Kidgel merchandise. You're wearing Lewis Spears.
I'm wearing Lewis Spears.
Two fantastic Australian comedians
who make a lovely podcast.
Made a lovely podcast. I just wanted to say quickly here that one of our favourite podcasts, Luke and Lewis Show, it's ended today.
Yeah.
If you haven't listened to it, Go give them a listen.
It's lovely.
Some great comedians that have had a bit of a rough trot during COVID. So go listen to them. It
100%.
was, along with this podcast, honestly one of the only good things that came out of lockdown. So I've heard their mid-roll many times.
But in good news, Jono.
Yes,
I think that means we replace them.
That's exactly right.
So
one falls, and they made room for us. When Hamish and Andy left radio, they left a note to Luke and Lewis saying the radio world is yours now.
Did they really?
Yeah, they did. It's on the podcast. I might even insert the clip if the boffin remembers. And then Luke and Lewis have now left. So I think that just means by default that the radio world is ours.
And that's great. And that's great to hear. And you know how the people at home can help us.
They can help us.
And how can they do that?
They can give us a 5-star review on Apple Pods.
On Spotify.
Yep.
Give us a like. Follow us on Instagram, on Twitter.
Yeah.
I have to say, I'd like to call out first 5-star, other than you and me.
Yes.
5-star on Spotify. Send me a screenshot. One of our overseas listeners in America, Liana. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Liana. I appreciate it. And also King Mike as well.
He's
done one.
We got 2.
Do you know, for months I was saying that no one has done it. People have done it. I just didn't check and just assumed
no one
that
sent
people had
us.
it.
Well, if you've done it, send us messages. Tell us.
And we'll
call you out on the podcast.
I'll write you on a sticky note and put it in my shoe.
If you don't live here and you can't show us in real life that you
Josh will
can't get a podcast. If you want an
ice cream. A postcard. That's a good
postcard is
idea.
what I was thinking, from Australia.
Yeah.
So there you go. Have a good time.
Have a good time. Listen to Luke and Lewis.
And
watch us multiple times to get our views up so we can start playing ads. All right. Thank you. And we'll see you on the next slide.
Christ. Yeah, see ya. Slide.
I don't have much knowledge, but boy, if I did, I'd get all the questions right in this quiz.
There we go, Joshua.
That's one of the OG intros that we've
That's
done.
one of the first. I remember making that in my childhood bedroom.
You did, and then I made a bunch of them, and you've made some great ones recently.
We haven't played it for a while. I thought it was time. And another thing we haven't done for a while, I haven't given you a game for ages.
I haven't done it for a while. I gave you the review game for a couple of times.
That's a ripper of a game. I can't wait.
I've done the Twitter game as well.
I nearly did that game today, but then as it was marinating, we were talking about marination before off the podcast. Sometimes things marinate.
Yep.
And I thought, you know what? Let's make it a little bit more challenging. Something a little bit more difficult. So
I thought you were going to say it's just not the same if I do it.
It's not. But
I appreciate it. Thanks for telling me now.
Something that is the same, no matter where you go, is brunch. And by that I mean it's overly complicated and intricate, but goddamn, it's amazing.
Oh my god,
I love brunch. How good's
much.
Brunch?
Brunch is so good.
Out of brunch and brunch, what's your favorite meal?
Brunch.
Same. Who would have thought?
Yes.
How good's brunch?
Live audience.
Good
the
is
live
brunch?
show.
I'm loving having the studio audience.
I'm loving the studio audience. They're great.
They're great. But this game, I've designed it around brunch, and the main thing that always gets me is when you look at the name of something, you go, okay, I think I get what that is. And then you read the ingredients and you're like, how does these ingredients even make this dish? So what I've done, I've gone through 3 different north side cafes, right?
Okay.
I think you've been to most of them.
Okay.
And I've got the ingredients of some of their dishes. What I've done, I've taken out the key cornerstone ingredient of all of them.
Okay.
And you have to guess what the food is.
Do I get the name of it as well?
You don't get the name of it because that gives it away. But
okay.
all you need to do is guess a type of dish, and it's multiple choice.
Okay. Multiple choice.
And only 3.
Lovely.
So without further ado, Joshua, there's 5 of them, by the way. So 3 to take all the chockies.
3 to win. 3 to win.
3 for the chockies.
3 for the chockies. Love it.
Yeah. So question 1. The ingredients of interest are yuzu, Barumba organic quark, lime, and dukkha. All right? Yuzu, quark, lime, and dukkha. So our first option are these ingredients from smashed avocado. Are they B, in Middle Eastern eggs, or C, are they in corn fritters? What are our thoughts? What are we thinking?
So yuzu, if no one knows, it's kind of like a citrusy thing.
Like an Asian kind of lime type deal.
It's sort of orangey, citrusy.
Yeah, kind of like a sweet citrus.
Citrus thing. What was the other one you said? Quark?
Quark, yeah.
What do you mean by quark?
So quark is kind of like cottage cheese. It's like a hipster cottage cheese.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's a hipster cottage cheese. You had dukkha, my favorite.
Yeah.
I put that on my smashed avs sometimes.
Dukkha is nice.
Dukkha is nice. What was the other one you had?
Lime.
Lime.
So very citrusy.
Lime doesn't scream Middle Eastern to me. So I'm leaning
Dukkha
towards.
does though.
Dukkha does, but I think there's so much lime in there. I don't know if I would.
True.
If I would
It's
count
very
that.
citrusy.
What was the other one? It was either Middle Eastern smashed av, or what was the third one?
Or corn fritters.
Corn fritters. Could be corn fritters.
It could be.
I think it's.
That's why it's one of the options.
Yeah. I don't think you'd put dukkha and corn fritters necessarily.
All right, final answer,
I think I'm going to go with smashed av.
Smashed avocado. Well
Thank
done.
God.
That's from my old place of employment where the hospitalities come from. That's the Quarky Smashed Avocado.
Quarky Smashed Av.
I had to include that because every single person who ordered asked me what quark was.
Okay.
And I don't really know, but I asked someone else and they told me it was kind of like a cottage cheese.
In my head, I thought quark was like, what's that fruit that starts with Q?
Kumquat.
I thought about kumquat.
Yeah.
I don't know
that
what a
starts with a C.
No, I think there's a Q in there.
It's a quatcum. Okay. Question 2. Our ingredients are bacon, onion, cheese, and Boris Badron. Now remember, I've taken out the key cornerstone ingredient. Bacon, onion, cheese, and Boris Badron.
What is Boris Badron before we get
What do you think Boris Badron is?
Wine?
Okay. Maybe I won't tell you what it is. No, it's like a tomato relish. It's a French tomato relish.
Name for
I know.
a relish.
People would take it out because they didn't know what it was.
Oh.
Is it A, corn fritters, B, fried eggs, or C, a breakfast burger?
I'm going to go brekkie burger.
Well done. I thought you'd go fried eggs with that one. Done.
No way. That screams brekkie burger
well
for me.
Done, Joshua.
That screams brekkie burger. I've had a few in my time.
For an extra point, what is the missing ingredient in that one?
Eggs.
Congratulations.
What's that called? Do you have a name for it?
Breakfast burger.
Oh,
I'm not going to say the name of the cafe, but it's the name of the cafe and then breakfast burger.
Oh, okay. Well,
bit of alliteration, if you will. Question 3. Oh my God, what was that?
I leaned back in the chair.
Is that you breaking my chair?
The chair moved. Go ahead.
Onions, beetroot relish. So not tomato relish, but beetroot relish, which I can only assume is not great. So onions,
like
beetroot relish, pickles, aioli, rocket, and Swiss cheese. So is that A, a steak sandwich, B, a salad, or C, an Aussie breakfast?
Oh, that's tricky. You put the beetroot in there to trick me.
I put the beetroot in there, yes.
Wait, what was the last you said? Rocket, Swiss cheese.
That was the last one. So onions, beetroot relish, pickles, aioli, rocket, and Swiss cheese.
I think I'm going to say steak sandwich.
Well, Joshua, you've actually eaten this. It's from the cafe down the road.
That's what I thought it was.
Steak sandwich.
I generally heard about it. I think that's exactly what I think it is.
Yes. You did indeed.
There's a local cafe that we've been to a couple times.
A very long wait.
Long wait.
No matter what you get there, it's such a long wait.
I waited so long for a burger that was
I went the last week and got a sandwich. 46 minutes I waited
because
I started playing my podcast after I ordered.
Yep.
Anyway, it was average. Question 4. He's won the chockies so far for bonus chockies. Question 4.
Are there real chocolates?
Sure.
Okay, continue.
Do you want?
I don't.
Do you want? I was going to say
I don't.
The ingredients are dukkha, lemon, dill, capers, and cream cheese. Is it A, smashed avocado, B, avocado bagel, or C, avocado toasty?
Bagel. Lock in bagel. Lock in bagel.
How is he doing this? This is
I had a bagel the other day, and it was exactly this, but it had smoked salmon in it.
Wow, Jesus Christ! Yeah,
I am the
absolutely crushing it.
King of brunch.
King of brunch. Well,
I'll take it.
To become the king of brunch,
I've got to get a 5 out of 5. All right,
you got to get a 5. This is a podcast record, I reckon. If you get this, I've got 4 out of 5 before. I don't think anyone's got 5 out of 5. So, question 5 for all the chockies. Our ingredients are turmeric, tomato chutney. So many chutneys.
Chutneys and relishes is my new band
Chutneys
name.
and relishes. I like that.
Relish in the chutney?
Relish in the chutney. That's an amazing band name. We'll be on Triple J Unearthed in no time.
No one's allowed to use it. It's mine.
Wow, I love that. Turmeric, tomato chutney, cucumber raita, poached egg, and tomato salsa. Is it A, corn fritters, B, chili scram, or C, Middle Eastern eggs?
You're drum rolling me so quickly. Okay, wait, can you give me
another one?
Give me the ingredients one more time.
So we got turmeric, tomato chutney, cucumber raita, poached egg, singular, and tomato salsa.
And it's either
corn fritters, chili scram, or Middle Eastern eggs.
Okay, hit the thing. Chili scram? Middle Eastern eggs! Middle Eastern eggs!
No! It's corn fritters. Oh, very disappointing there, Joshua. But
so close.
There is no 5 out of 5. You don't get all the chockies. In fact, you're not going to get any chockies.
In the middle. That's the first one I cut out.
Do you want one square of crunchy chocolate?
Nah, I think I'm fine. Yeah. I feel like I'm a failure. I'm not even the king of brunch. I'm just a dumb idiot who won a quiz.
He won a quiz. You won the battle, but you lost the war.
I won the battle, but I lost the chockies.
You lost the chockies. And what's more important than battles?
Chockies. Yeah. Jono, I have not been in our apartment for the last week.
You have. Have not.
I have been. I have? Is there a clone of me in there?
It's been weird. It's been nice to not have air fries at 12 a.m. in the morning. But apart from that, it's been strange, yes.
Yeah, there you go. It's been weird, but I've been house sitting for my parents.
You have? This is already giving me hope that this segment is about what I hope it's about.
Went up to New South Wales.
They did indeed.
And the thing that my mum has been texting me on the group chat all week has been screenshots from Byron Bay.
Oh, yes. As soon as you told me they're going to northern New South Wales, I'm like, there's a reason he hasn't said it's Byron Bay. I bet you it's Byron Bay. And it sure was. Hell yes.
They went directly to it, but they were about 40 or so minutes away from it.
Yep.
And all I could keep thinking was, oh my God. So I think I said this before, but my mum, since completely separate from something that we found out.
Yep.
Watched the whole season of Byron Bays.
She watched it?
She watched all of it.
Why did she do that?
I don't know.
That's not her demographic at all.
No, it isn't, is it?
Maybe that's why, because I couldn't think of anyone who's more different, I reckon, than like our parents to that show.
Yeah, I know. But she watched all of Byron Bays. All of Byron Bays.
It honestly is like crack when you.
And I'm gonna give you like the highlights of stuff she's.
Was she like going to like the places they were, like the beaches and stuff?
No, she wasn't going directly to like the places, but she felt like she was part of it. Basically.
Yeah.
So the first thing she sent me a message was she said she went down to Byron Bays, and I said, you know what? Is everyone in off-whites and off? She's like, yes.
It's all cream and white. No way.
And creamy.
Wow.
There's also a surf culture there, which makes sense, I guess.
The surf culture makes sense, but
there wasn't as much of that, was it?
The bland clothing was like the main thing that stuck me in this.
White rooms with the same coloured shoes.
Yeah, like white linen shirts and like, what would you call it? Kind of like tan linen shirts.
100%.
And was there one guy who wore blue and everyone ridiculed him? It was black. It was black.
Oh yeah, the art guy. Yeah, the art guy didn't really do that.
He wore black and everyone's like, "Oh my god!" I'm like, it's still a shade. It's not even a color.
No, it's not really, is it?
No.
But the thing was, it was weird. She said she went down on the beach on the first day.
Yeah,
there were people doing yoga.
Oh my god.
She walked around. She saw a sign. There's a sign going into Byron Bays.
Yeah.
And I'm just going to bring it out. If you could filibuster for a quick sec.
Yeah, I've got good at filibustering.
Yeah. And it was crazy. And it's been very fun.
I reckon the sign, it's one of two things.
Okay, go for it.
It either says, "Welcome to Byron Bay City Council," or it says, "No black clothing past this point. No personalities past this point."
It says, "Welcome to Byron Bay." Hold on. It says, "Cheer up, slow down, and chill out."
Oh, that's in the thing.
Yes.
I remember that now from this really awkward, like 10-minute driving scene of the piano girl. If you remember that.
Yeah.
With the zero context. Yep. Yeah. And they like do that where they're showing her in the car and then they like pan out of the car to the sign.
Anyway.
Pause on it and then continue.
And then
that's great.
A couple of days ago.
Yeah.
A couple of days ago that happened. And then yesterday I sent a message saying had called her everything, and she said she went down the beach the other day for like a day at the beach.
Yep.
There were people doing fire spinning.
No way. No way.
Fire spinning.
That's not real life.
No.
Byron Bay is not real life.
The whole place is fake.
I haven't even seen like people do yoga on the beach. We live in Brunswick.
I've not even seen someone in Williamstown going down to the beach and doing yoga?
Or just a Torquay beach doing yoga. To be honest,
you go down to Williamstown, I expect to see some fat guy about to fish and go, "Hey, you, get out of my water.
I'm on my pillar, get out of my fish." But But no, mate, yoga inside is stressful enough.
Oh, yeah.
Imagine doing it on sand.
What the hell?
How do you do yoga on sand?
Your hands get in the sand.
I can't even do a yoga pose without feeling like I'm going to fall over on floorboards.
Can you imagine if you're doing it on the beach where people are watching you as well?
Oh, God, no.
Yeah.
Maybe that would be better because someone would make fun of me and I'd stop doing it and stop embarrassing myself.
Anyway, it was a weird peek behind the curtains of of what Byron Bay was like.
It actually, I was going to say it actually is real. It actually is fake.
Yeah, no, it's completely fake.
It is fake.
It's like this weird place where people go, you know what? I think the place I live is my personality.
Because the show feels fake.
Right.
But the whole place is actually fake.
Now, to be honest, we can say all we can say about this, but let's be honest, we live in Brunswick.
We do live in Brunswick, but there's a grit to Brunswick.
There is a grit. Because you wouldn't go out of...
It's not ideal.
Look, here's the thing. The difference between Byron Bay and Brunswick is this.
Yeah.
In Byron Bay, any time of the night, you can just walk around.
That's correct.
Now, this is not necessarily actually true, but we give, for comedic purposes, we're going to just go with it.
Allegedly.
Brunswick, you're gonna get stabbed.
Yes. Oh, mate, I told you this, but I think it's
multiple stories between both of us on this podcast about times of having times when we feel not comfortable in Brunswick.
This was a good reminder to me that you do have to keep your wits about you.
Yeah,
stay
100%.
sharp. Don't do anything stupid because there's a slightly dodgy street in our neighborhood, and it's kind of known that you stay away from that at night.
Course.
And I was getting a bit too comfortable with it. Went to the laundromat. I'm like, oh, you know what? There's no parking
cut down that street.
I'll just park in that street. We'll be all good. And then I was sitting in the laundromat, and I see 3 cop cars and an ambulance go past. Don't think anything of it. Happens all the time. 15 minutes later, when I walk to my car, across the street, in the dodgy street, is the three cop cars and an ambulance.
Jesus Christ.
So I'm like,
I thought you were going to say your window got smashed in.
No,
an egg was on it.
Everything was fine. They were coming out when I was leaving. I think it was kind of a bit of a false alarm. But that wouldn't happen in Byron Bay, I don't believe.
No, it wouldn't.
You'd go to your car after going to the laundromat.
In fact, you'd
and there'd
have
be a fire spinner giving you flowers
some
and
guy in a
stuff.
flowy white shirt will go, hello, how can I help you?
One of those with a hand pan.
The
big guy sitting on the top of your car going.
I want a hand pan. I know you said
Joshua promised me that on episode 100 he'll do a hand pan solo. So I'm really.
I'll promise that. I'll promise that.
Episode 100.
100. There will be a hand pan solo of some description
of the theme tune.
Of what?
Dun, 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 dun.
Okay, fine. I'm in. I'll commit to this.
Fantastic. So,
you heard it here first.
What was your mum's overall review of
Bloody loved
Byron
it.
Bay? Loved it?
For what it was, Jesus Christ, it's exactly what you think it would be.
Fake, tan, and boring.
Yep.
Maybe Luke and Lewis ending is a sign because that was episode 29 of the Comedians. Thank you, everybody, for listening. Honestly, one of the funnest episodes to record.
Very fun one.
That we've had in a long time.
The best episode.
I joined a cult.
You joined a cult?
And I'm going back. I'm going back every Saturday morning.
We addressed the pie controversy.
Yeah, I don't reckon I'm gonna eat that pie. I think I'll give it a miss. You know what?
Maybe I'll get one for you, and then you'll have to try it.
No, I'm gonna go on a pilgrimage this weekend. I reckon and try and find a non-whole-meal vegetarian pasty.
Okay, I might come with you.
Yeah, I reckon that's on the agenda.
There you go.
I put you to test your brunch knowledge.
4 out of 5.
4 out of 5.
I was so close to the brunch king.
I reckon
impressed. I could give that another go.
Do you know?
I reckon I want that. I want to go through it one more time. We'll bring it back
later.
I want to redeem
later
myself
in the year.
for the brunch.
I will
king
let the people know that to make you feel a little bit better. I told you that the only one that you got wrong was somewhere you hadn't been before.
Well, there you go.
So maybe my maybe there's reason to it. You know what I mean?
Maybe you.
It wasn't all your fault. Maybe because I'm a professional broadcaster. I threw a curveball in the last. But maybe.
Then again, you said corn fritters for 3 of them. I should have just guessed corn fritters. That's what I was realizing after that.
Easter eggs, my friend. Easter eggs.
There you go.
And then we ended off with your mum becoming a reality TV star.
Yeah, jumping on the Byron Bays bandwagon.
I can't wait to watch that.
Oh,
they should do that middle-aged version of reality TV shows.
import a bunch of people. My mum would be a great contestant on there.
Fantastic. Because on Byron Bay,
at people.
all the people want to be there. So I think they should put people who don't want to be there. And like the fire would actually be real.
You just have like some old guy going, I don't like all these people. Where's all the colours?
Yeah. This wasn't
and
what
old man
the beach was like
this
in
is the
my
right
day.
amount of colour.
Yeah.
I like it.
So I think we should go there and wear red shirts. But can you hear that? Can you hear that sound?
I think it sounds like an podcast.
I actually can hear it this week. Last week we couldn't hear it.
Wow.
But thank you everybody for listening. And
guess what?
Episode 30 next week.
Woo! Everybody, let's slide.
Okay, thank you everybody.
Yeah, okay.
We're better than the chain smokers.